Hey there! So today I'm reviewing PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale for the PS3. It's also out on the Vita. So before I start, I'm just going to say I'm not that big of a fighting game fan, so this is kind of my perspective of someone who doesn't play fighting games very often at all. So, what the heck is Battle Royale anyway? Basically, at first glance, you would just think it's basically a reskinned Super Smash Bros. With Sony characters, but the actual core mechanics of the game are a lot different, where instead of like hitting someone to do damage, you hit someone instead to build up your meter to get a super move. You can do level 1 to level 3. The super moves are the only way that you can actually kill people in the game. This mechanic is good and bad. For the good, it adds another layer of kind of complexion as to when you're using your super moves. On the bad though, you feel like with your attacks, they're not doing like damage or anything just because you're building up your meter. If you stuff up your super, then that's it. So you have your modes that usual fighting games would have. It is 4-player game, so you can play offline 4-player couch co-op, or you can play online. There's also modes where you can verse the computer, where you can practice your combos and supers and just get better at the game in general. These are all general modes. Some people have been complaining that they should have put in just a damage mode, which would have just made the game, I think, a lot more complete, just because then you can play it more Super Smash Bros. Style and people would stop complaining a bit. But it's alright like that as it is. So I have to say, I've been playing this game a lot just at my house with my friends or with my sister and stuff. I've been having so much fun with this game. I'm not that good at it, but it is so enjoyable. It's so easy to pick up and play. For people that don't really play games, you can explain it to them in a couple of minutes and they've got it, and you can just jump straight online. It's a brilliant party game. The online multiplayer works pretty well. I've been dropping out occasionally, but that's just because my router sucks. Multiplayer like that's alright, except for about 20% of the time I choose a character and then it just comes up in my game and I'm a different character. And I think that's something pretty basic that Superbot should have fixed. Like, if you choose a character, you expect to at least play as that character and not just pop up as Sackboy or someone else. So, don't really like that. I'm sure they can just patch the game, but that's a pretty big bug that they ignored. I think the character roster as a whole is pretty good. It's not excellent, but it's not at all bad or lackluster or whatever. Mainly these characters have been in this past generation. You have a couple from last generation, but they're missing some big characters still, like Crash and Spyro. I know it's not their fault, and they probably tried to get them. Like, characters like that are absolutely massive in the PlayStation universe. So for them not to be in there is kind of sad, but I like these characters better than the Nintendo characters just because I play Sony games more. But the character roster for people that haven't played this generation before, some of my friends didn't recognize most of the characters before. I knew all the characters when they announced them, but that's just because I do gaming stuff all the time. So for more casual people, they would definitely more recognized with the Nintendo characters in Super Smash Bros. The great thing about having all these characters though is everyone plays differently. Besides, well, Good Cole and Evil Cole have some similar moves, but everyone else is completely different. You can pick whoever to suit your playstyle. You can go for Radic if you want to be more long ranged, or someone like Kratos or Dante if you want to be close up on combos. You can choose faster or slower characters, so there's such a variety of characters to pick from, so you can pick exactly how you want to play. It'd take you ages if you wanted to learn every single character back to front. But that's the great thing about this game. When you play online, there's a lot of people playing as different characters. Like, you don't see 100 Dantes. People still play as all the different other characters. All these characters have their own story modes. Now the story mode of this game, I mean, you don't expect much because it's a fighting game. But like, the visuals of it look like they've just created a storyboard. Superbot were like, hey, this is our storyboard, we're actually going to animate this. And then they just ran out of time because it's just flashing up pictures. The visuals and presentation of this game. So the fighting runs at a really smooth 60 frames per second. Everything looks pretty beautiful. The stages are interactive, so everything's moving while you're playing. The characters are very detailed. The only thing with the characters is someone like Kratos and Parappa the Rapper don't mesh together like in a battle in terms of art style, the same as, say, the Nintendo characters, Super Smash Bros. Everyone's kind of similar. Once you jump out of the game and into the menus though, the menus are clunky and ugly, but hey, you're not playing the game for the menu, you're playing the game for the game. And inside the game, everything looks pretty nice. Overall though, I am having so much fun playing this game. I can't wait to play more of it. I know I described some issues there, but most of these are to do with visual, aesthetic kind of things. The actual fighting mechanics and everything is so fun to do. It's definitely long lasting. They also have DLC characters in the future, different stages, so I can't wait for more. Yes, it does have some issues, but overall I think this game is awesome. So I am giving it a 4 out of 5. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it, and if you want to subscribe to see more, you can subscribe somewhere up the top there. I'll see you guys later. Bye!